Hey, checking in. Listen, I want to talk about how to bring yourself out of a funk. Remember I said this process is mental just as much as it is physical, spiritual, emotional, right? We're three compartments. We're not just one. So we got to make sure we address all of them. And I want to be clear that you understand, sometimes, yeah, we have a funk, right? Sometimes we can get in a funk, I should say, or we're in that place where we don't feel like doing anything and we don't know how to get out of it. And we spend a lot of time thinking about how to get out of this, how to get out of this. And then that's frustrating, right? And then before you know it, you have exhausted your physical being because your mind has put you in a state that is taking energy away from you. So I want you to know that first, yeah, does come the mind and the thought and the decision. So you led yourself to a place when you say, I'm ready to change. I want something different. I want to do something about how I feel. That's step one. Step two is then using your physiology to affect your psychology, which means I need physical movement. I got to do something. I got to do something now, and my mind will catch up to that. Right? Or I should say my emotions. Excuse me, will catch up to what my mind has already decided to do. That will get you out of a funk, taking action before you feel like it, because our feelings change. Most of the time, your mind doesn't change first, right? Like, you may encounter something that changes your mind, but when you have a goal in mind and you have set your sights to say, I'm going to accomplish this thing, your mind is made up. So your destination has already been programmed inside of you, right? And so sometimes, because the way life is, our navigation and the way that we get to that destination has to change because of the external effects that happen in life. Sometimes that has to change, our route, the way that we plan to get there. But where we're going is pre-programmed. I'm on the way, right? So if I need to change my emotions, which can change after a workout, they can change after somebody calls you with bad news or good news for that matter, right? They can change if you eat something good or if you eat something bad. And they're a roller coaster. So that's why you have to let your mind lead. So you've made the decision to do a thing. And when you need your emotions to shift, physiology, action is the way to do that. And that will change the way you feel. I'm talking about, there's been times where I might be in the office or working on something and I get in this stagnated place in my mind and I just start feeling like, and I just want to go to sleep. And like, I'll get up and jump up and down, literally. There's an activity called rebounding, which is good for the brain because all you're doing is jumping up and down. That's why babies do that. It's a cognitive thing. It helps to stimulate brain activity, which changes things, right? That physiology affecting psychology. It's that way. So your body can shift how you feel. So use that to your advantage. Like, that's something you don't have to be in agreement at the time emotionally with what your mind is saying, but your mind can tell your body what to do. I'm gonna jump up and down, right? And that alone, if you just start jumping up and down right now, you might feel like an idiot, but there's no way you can't smile while doing it. Like, I can't jump up and down and be like, because if I'm like that, I can't even jump, right? So if you think about your body posture, maybe walking through the grocery store, in your office, or down the hall. Like, if you stand upright, erect, and your head is lifted, your breathing passages are open, so you got oxygen going to your brain, and your shoulders are pulled back, you feel confident. The way you think shifts versus if you are thinking negative or your feelings are hurt, your shoulders might round and your head goes down and you're kind of slumped. Your breathing is shallow now. See what I'm saying? Like, all of that's connected, but you can make that conscious change and go, right? When we get determined to do something, we go, right? Okay. I'm going to do it, right? We start physically shifting. Because we're affecting our emotions. That's not a game, that's real. Do it on purpose. Go grab a walk, grab a workout, run, get down and do push-ups. I do it all the time. I don't care. Do it on the wall. Boom, boom, boom. Knock them out. Jump up and down. Program your mind, your emotions to walk the same way. You have that kind of control. So I just want to help you pay attention to these things that you can use to shift, your emotions so that they do not deter you, right? As we're going on this path, they don't take and deter you and put you on a detour when you don't have to, right? We may have to go this route versus that, but we don't really have to detour. We don't have to stop, backpedal, quit, start over again. Emotions make you do that, right? But if you go ahead and recognize, I know these things change and I have the control to change them, right? Intrinsic things like that. This is where, and my next video I'm gonna put out is about establishing your why in this process. What hurts you? What hurts you? Who will hurt if you don't do this? How will it hurt you in your life? How will the value and the quality of your life change or be affected either in a positive or a negative way if you don't stick to this? That's intrinsic, right? That's the inside inspiration that you need to make up your mind over and over again, choosing life daily, right? Getting your emotions on deck. Let's go. We got this every day. That's the power that you have. And that's what's going to push you. So that external things, usually the external is what influences our motivation. I just don't feel motivated today, right? But when you're inspired, intrinsic drive, you have already programmed everything to say, this is what I'm going to do. I gotta. It's a must. It's not a maybe. It's a must. I gotta do this. There is no other option. Right? That external motivates you, like I'm feeling great today. See, feelings are affected by motivation. This video will motivate you. But what I'm hoping will happen, right, is from here to here to stir you internally, to tap into that intrinsic part of you that says, I am inspired to do this thing because. That's your why. And we'll get deeper into that. But that is your reason why. Right? It's not about weight loss. It's deeper than that. It is deeper than that. Right? And that's why we pursue health, because health means that we're whole all the way through. Every part of us. We're not ignoring any part of our existence as we walk through this. And that's what it's going to take. So anyway, live, learn, grow. Have a good day.